Yeah, every single warrior is tanking on this fight.
Do we have any warrior alts?
No fair.
Come on.
That's
You gotta take the current aggro. Every resist means 2 people take an extra mark, and it's painful.
Bop the tank.
Yeah, but then they just go to the next person on DPS, not you.
Well, if I bop like
Unless
12,
you're second.
if I bop like 30 people, I'll be right there.
Yeah, Red, it's got to be 8 tanks to start, and then it whittles down from there as we kill the bosses.
So Val, were you here when I was talking about the head pull?
No.
So basically, see that gate? Think of that as the 4 horsemen are stacked up inside that gate, and those pillars on the left and right are heads right next to the horsemen. When we go in, what we'll do, we'll go in the left side, go all the way around the edges of the room, and stop right about here. Easy way to do this is pick, like me, and choose follow. Because when we get close to ready to pull, we say, okay, let's get in position. If everybody's following me, we'll run up to right here, to the head. We're in line of sight. All 4 horsemen can't see us, so that way when we say pull, all the tank has to do is pop around, grab their target, and then drag them back to the corner.
Alright, I don't really understand that without seeing the room, but I get you.
Yep. I seem to have a lot of followers.
Oh, should go on Instagram. Be a star.
Second on missions. Get loot.
Yeah, so Jed, it's kind of everyone's call at this point. We don't have a tank. Rit doesn't have his 4 PEs.
Bring my warrior, but I have no real and no 4-piece T3, and I have not even been to a port yet.
Yeah, losing kind of sucked.
but you had time.
You need 8 tanks, 4 with good fire resist, and the other 4 with, plenty of shadow pods.
I think you got fire resist at least, Jared.
I do.
Yeah, mine's the tank.
So what do you want to do?
Kill trash.
Okay, let's kill trash, because these actually drop a bunch of stuff.
Practice the dancing.
I would like to practice
I'll show
for
you the
sure.
pull.
But like, after we kill trash.
Yeah, like as in practice the rotation with the
Yeah, rotation.
like Jet. I was thinking we could do it in here where the gate in the center is essentially where the stage is. If you have the 4 horseman assist, if you type FOURH space show, it'll show up the map. It'll pull up the map, and you can see what the map of the room looks like.
I don't have assist, I can help.
Yeah, you gotta be raid leader assist, it says.
We're assigned a role. Gets it.
That too.
That's fun.
Right, let's get spot buffs back up, please, so we can pull this trash.
Okay, let's go.
Olaf. I need to go AFK for a few really quick. Sorry.
Let's mark up that pack of 4 Olaf.
Did you get the group on the left first, or we skip?
Yeah, we're gonna get the. We'll get that one. We're gonna get the group on the right first. Incoming.
Watch out for the acolytes to the right, guys.
They don't come all the way. They only pat in a half circle.
Watch out about the acolyte.
Oh, the guys on the far right. disarm. Disarm and demo on these guys does wonders. Make sure, Olaf, you don't go to the right at all. They pull easy. Let's mark up that pack of 4. Go ahead, go ahead. Just keep demo up and disarm when you can. Get aggro, right to the tanks. Everybody on the right hand side, far right hand side.
Drink it.
Yeah, we're not gonna pull yet.
Oh shit, they go to play at CTS.
Finally.
Beta looks good. Let's go ahead and get a pull on these guys. Burn them down. Let's go first.
It does, jealous.
You don't need it.
Can't interrupt that either.
Just looking for it for so long.
Mana back up. We'll pull the.
Is that a pack coming?
Yeah, it's the
That
guards.
looks like 2 pets.
Yeah, there's 2 pads of guards in there, but there's all I'm more worried about the rotating pad.
Yeah, condom. There's two incoming.
Yeah,
Condom
but
Star.
condom will come all the way up here, so everybody back up.
What about Star? Did they come up all the way up?
One of them goes all the way to Gothic.
Should we let the first one go and then get the second one?
Now we'll burn. Back up some. We're gonna get that pad when they come up to the top.
Right, but I'm talking about the second pad that's coming right after.
Yeah, we'll kill them too.
Guys are pretty close.
Yeah, the back one, where does it stop at? Do we just pull these to Gothic's room?
Yeah, but the only problem is they do those knights do some insane damage.
Yeah, see, they're really close.
Jesus.
Everyone fall back to Gothic's room now. Go, go,
Fall
go.
back, fall back.
Run for your lives!
Run
One of the
away!
pads comes in here. We can just wait here for it.
Yeah, so
We're gonna end up grabbing the next group. Yeah.
Yeah, Star.
Wait until they separate, otherwise they'll pull each other. When they get to the center of that platform, pull. Good enough, go. Skull first, then next. Your melee, be careful, it's arcane explosion.
He blinked pretty far away.
You guys usually drop stuff.
Unlock box.
Scraps.
Mighty boots of the bear.
Probably pulled a set of guards to the top of the stairs.
Let me
sure you're not too close up. You don't want both. Pull back to the doorway. Kill skull. Focus, focus. Kill him. Oh boy. That's close. We don't want him healing.
Why were we split?
I don't know. EDD. Eat your food. Same thing again. Get the Garks. Wait for mana. Wait for mana. Get back. Alright, good enough. Bring him up. Focus, target the skull. Top the stairs. Nice job. That's a lot of stairs. Burn him, burn him. EDD. Just come on down. Stay on the right hand side. We're gonna nuke down the skull and then just have the X come over. Great, tanks on you. Just line aside him so the X comes over. Kill him. We'll grab this 4-pack that's coming towards us when they get close to the door. Yeah, we gotta wait. We don't want to
Hey, Jordan.
Ain't coming. Demo disarm. step back while they're marking those 4. Go ahead and pull them when they get close. Yeah, when they enrage, they start doing like 30% more damage or whatever. Just keeping demo up at all times helps.
Some loot here behind the wall.
Is Val back now?
Same thing, right hand side, man, is good enough.
I've been trying to think.
Especially when you hit the skull and get the X to come to us. Move down the skull. Back up. Everybody back in this room. Trust me, that pad's got to be taken out. Back here, make sure we do the same thing. Nuke down the skull, then the X. Focus.
Yeah, pull the square out of the
Back
party.
a little bit, push it. Because we want him in this room, just in case somebody does get death call. Here we go. Kill the skull.
The first kill goes to me. Anyone care to wager?
Heck.
Death coiled the tank, didn't he?
Yep.
That's why you do it in this room, just in case. We don't have to kill that other pad over there.
Should we?
It doesn't really matter. We don't go over that side, so just stay on the left and go there. Now, be very careful. You can easily pull this boss. Everybody stay here. Don't cross that line. I'm going to show you what we're going to do.
Are we going to practice first?
I'm just going to show you guys how to get over there. Everybody else stay here if you haven't done this before. Nobody follow me. Just watch. Like that. You notice how I'm staying against the wall? See that head? Respecting you're a brave man, because I'm going to go all the way up to the head. So what'll happen is we'll stack up here and do exactly what Respecting's doing. We're going to run all the way up to here as a group, and now when we say go, the tanks just flip around the corner and grab their targets and pull them to their corners.
But you're gonna have like on either side, right?
Yeah. I mean, the tanks will each grab one and put it in each of the four corners. But I just wanted you guys to see, you have to run around the outskirts of the room so you don't aggro the boss, and then run in a straight line towards the heads. Make sense?
Alright, and then you're gonna run back outside and we practice our dance.
Yeah, come outside the room, because once, if they do get aggro, that door closes. And you die. So let's go to this other room. So we're going to start over here, right where Rit is. Now this room will be representative of that room, where the four horsemen are in the center. We're basically where you're going to tank the bottom left boss thing. We'll start off with going in. Each of the four corners here roughly is where the boss is. There's the boss right here. There's going to be a boss over here. There's going to be a boss over here at this pole. And there's going to be a boss over here at this corner.
At this pole? Did you use the poles, right?
Yeah, I could use the pole too.
The corners of the circle. This
Yeah.
spot right here where the circle turns into the little point.
Yep.
Section.
So that's where the four bosses are. Let's all group back up, and pretty much this is how we're going to go in. Everybody groups up on the yellow star. We're going to, you can follow J-Tor, follow somebody else, just walk in a straight line, don't be to the left or right. And we go up to the head.
Wait, you're,
Nope, too many people to the left and right. Try it again.
you're using an orientation that is off from your guys' action.
I understand. All I need
Say
people
like
to do
this.
is go in a straight line, not to the left, not to the right. That's better. Oh, a little bit better.
This is the head.
Yep.
The statue, right?
Right. I know. It's not going to be perfect. I'm just trying to get people to understand. Okay, back to the yellow. Back to the yellow. This time, we're going to have tanks. So let's say, Val, you're going to be first on the right. Olaf, you're going to be first on the bottom left. Doc, you're going to be in the back left, where Respecting is. Bushy, you're going to be in the back right.
I understand where I am.
You are in next.
Existential crisis.
So, right where we're at is where you're going to tank thing, bottom left. Understand?
Yeah, I think it might help if I understand what you mean by bottom left versus the top. Yeah, you gotta set the orientation exactly.
Here is
So
the.
it messes everybody up.
I'm at the front gate. I'm at the front gate. We're hiding.
Don't do it like that. That's gonna confuse everybody.
How is that going to confuse people? Door's there. This is the left.
Yeah, this is the
Because
gate.
we go into that room.
Where Tango and I are is the entrance to the room,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, and then we're
Right,
gonna
and then we're-
shimmy along the side, and
I
right here.
understand what you guys are saying, but
And then we all run in.
actually physically run into that room in that orientation, like visually on the screen.
All right, guys. Rit is wanting it where we are standing. Here
Yeah,
is the
that's
entrance
the
to the
door.
doorway. Is
Yes.
what he's trying to say, which is going to confuse other people. Maybe it's just a matter of you have to get your mind right for how the room is laid out.
I can track it either way. I just already can see it's gonna go. You're gonna confuse everyone.
We need a square room.
Is anyone confused? Raise your hand if you're confused.
This is the gate right here. Come out. Go left.
Yeah, don't look at the mini map. Just like
Hunter,
just
do
know
your
you're
little
working your left.
Hunter, do that little mark thing that you do. Yeah, there you go. So that's where the statue head is. We come inside, shimmy along the edge of the wall, and then go straight to the head.
And it's got to be in a straight line, just because if you're
Yes, you
slightly
can't
out
be
of
the
that
left,
line-
you can't be the right, you will pull.
Is it easier to just slash follow you then?
Yes, you could actually target me and do slash follow. You want to do that? That makes it easy. And then just run it. Because if you do slash follow, you won't go to the left or right and have a chance to pull. All it takes is one person going just like that in Bendy.
Is Elena correct?
What?
Is Elena correct? Do only the tanks need to go in, Jet?
Yeah, only the tanks really need to go in at the start. I mean, a lot of times we'll keep the DPS right where we're going to tank thing, and then they can run in. Because ultimately, nobody's going to be DPSing until we pull the 4 to their sides. It's too easy to pull aggro. You're only going to have one heroic strike and maybe a Sunder on them as you're running to your spot.
The DPS doesn't need to pick them up or anything. It's the tanks that need on, like, they're already. Okay. Right.
So again, we just run straight to the head. The tanks. And a lot of times we bring the healers because the healers for the other side have to get over there.
Yeah,
and then we... Yeah.
Where are we divvying up? Or is everybody running to the left to start with? Or, like, are you going to have, like...
No, we haven't even gotten to that part. We're just getting to the running and getting the tanks to understand how to get to their side.
Okay.
So once we have everybody here, Shang just pulled everything. So let's say tanks.
Let's just dumb it down and say only the tanks and the healers that have to be on the far side.
We just set up Voidwalkers for the 4 horsemen placement at the 4 points if you want to use them. Bookmarks on them.
Nice.
Nice. So the Voidwalkers are the bosses, or will be the bosses. So let's do this. It's going to have the tanks go ahead and pull the primary tanks, pull to your Voidwalker.
So I want to understand. So I get the orientation of the room now, but when you say bottom, does that mean like towards the entrance, right?
The skull is the bottom left. Where we're starting. The bottom left is where Thane goes. That's also where we're starting. And whoever's got Thane is going to bring him to where the skull is. Bottom left.
All right. I think that's.
And this is in reference to the door. This is not on the mini map. Do not look
Correct.
at the mini map.
Yeah, don't look at the mini map.
I'm not.
Bottom right is the X. That'd be Mogrim. Top left is the blue square. That's the Shadow God. And then top right is the moon. That's the holy guy that you cannot get close to. Because he changed. Suggest the tanks come with me real quick. Roughly where I'm at, roughly, is the safe spot. So after we do the pull, there's going to be one tank on the skull, one tank on the X, one tank where the yellow is. There's also going to be one tank at the blue, one tank at the white, and then one where I'm at. So you have 3 tanks, or 4 tanks in the front, 4 tanks in the back. 2 tanks are in the safe spot at each time.
I missed that. You said you got 1 tank on skull, 1 tank on X, and then another tank.
1 tank on each
safe zone.
boss.
Hang on. So 1 tank in the safe zone. That's 3 tanks. What am I missing?
So there's going to be 1 tank on each boss. That's 4. Then there's going to be 4 tanks, 2 in the front,
The first
2 in the
kill
back,
goes to
in
me.
the safe zone.
Anyone care to wager?
2 in the front, 2 in the back.
But
They're all in
the
the
safe
safe
zone is the yellow star. There is no back safe zone. There's only one safe zone. That's the yellow star.
Yeah, I think that may have been the confusing part, Jet. Just
Here's
4
another
tanks.
way too. There's 2 tanks assigned per boss at the start. So there's 8 tanks total. So you need to know if you're in the safe zone what your tank target is and what tank you're relieving.
So I'm going to walk you through this, right? I'm going to be the tank for here. Everybody stay where you're at. As this fight starts, if I'm going to be tanking Thane, right? I'm going to run in with everybody else. They're going to call pull. So I'm going to run over. I'm going to grab Thane. I'm going to run all the way back. Now I'm tanking Thane here. Horse butt should be in the corner. After about 3 marks, I'm going to say, Tanko, come relieve me. So Tanko's going to come in. I wait here till Tanko taunts it off me. He successfully taunts, so I run to the safe zone. I stay here for 3 more marks. And then I'm going to go relieve Val. So then I'm going to run over here. And I'm going to go taunt, and then Val runs to the safe zone. And then I'm going to stay here for 3 or 4 marks. And then whoever relieved me is going to come in and take this off me. And whoever is going to take off Skull is going to run there. That's the rotation for the tank.
Hang on. So after you leave Cross, then do you come back to the safe zone? And
Yes. So as soon as someone takes this off me, so let's do this. Let's get the 4 tanks on the yellow star that are doing the front.
The 4 initial tanks.
The 4 initial tanks that are doing the front. Only the tanks. So Val, Olaf, Hinch. Who's the other tank for the front?
Sorry, so you mean just the tanks for the front?
Just the tanks. Tanks for the front of the room. You're not a tank? I'm not talking to you.
Just put Doc, Olaf, Bushy, and Valentine.
Doc,
We're in the back.
Come on, the yellow star. Yeah, Doc. There you go. All right. So we're
Bushy and Doc will be in the back. This is just for practice purposes. We're going to be doing the front.
Yep. Go ahead. Go away. No, go away, Bushy. I only want the 4 front tanks for this.
Doc's in back as well, Jet. You just confused him. Doc is not part of the front group.
Then Doc, go back to your spot. Who's the front tank? That's what I've been asking.
Tango! We need Tango!
All right. So Tango's going to be one of the 4 tanks. So just the front is what we're practicing. So after we pull, Olaf, since you're first on Thane, you go to your corner by the skull. Notice how Tanko and Hinch are here. I'm going to call out Mark 3. That means you 2 tanks go relieve your guys.
Okay, I taunted.
They taunt. The other 2, Val and Olaf, come run to me. You stay here. After the 3rd mark, Olaf, you're going to go to the X. Val, you're going to go to the skull. As soon as you taunt, then Hinch and Tanko come back to me. You stay until that taunt's successful. And then after 3, you go switch again.
Yeah, at this point, this is the 9th mark.
Yep. So you see the rotation? Each time you're switching what you're targeting. They stay here, and then Olaf, you go back to the skull.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, the reason why is when you're tanking, so Olaf, when you're tanking the skull, right, you're getting 4 marks from Thane. You don't want more than 4 marks.
All right, I understand. I didn't know what happens. We didn't go through. We went through 1 rotation, not 2, and so I didn't get where to go at the end of it. I was like, okay, back to skull. Now I get it. Thank you.
Yeah, because for the tanks in the back's the same way, right? You tank, you get your 3 marks. At 3 marks, that's when Tanko or whoever is going to relieve you runs in. You'll get the 4th mark right when he gets there, and hopefully he doesn't get a taunt resist. And then you run to the safe zone. Then you switch to the other boss, and then you run to the safe zone. And then you switch back to the other boss, and then you run to the safe zone.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, the video explained all of it. If we didn't watch it during the break, definitely recommend it before next week.
Now, Bushy and Doc, you 2 are on your bosses. Who's the 2 tanks in the back for Bushy and Doc? That's not you, Tank. I'll go back over there.
We only have 7 tanks currently, right? So 1 for any of them.
It'll be like red and red. Split up into red.
No. You're going to need another tank.
Right, we don't have
Rick
one.
can't taunt off both.
We don't have one for this attempt. That's what we were saying. We only have 7 tanks still had to go up. So we just need to practice. Jet, why don't you pretend to be the other tank?
Okay. So Rick, come stand on me. The safe zone's always in the front by the stairs. All right. So once Mark 3 hits, I mean, when we first start, both Bushy and Doc are going to be at their targets. Rit, you're going to go relieve Bushy. Now, when you go to relieve Bushy, stop. No, you can't do that. When you relieve Bushy, because he's got the tank that does the chain, the way you have to do it is you got to run all the way over here on the far left-hand side of that platform, and then come up around this. Then come up and taunt. And Bushy, when Rit successfully taunted from you, you have to return same path, right? You have to come up this way, a little bit to the right of the middle of that platform, and then run to the safe zone. The reason why is if you chain, you'll basically nuke yourself and the healers. So that's for the guy on the right-hand side that's holy. If you're going to relieve, let's say, Doc, that one you can run to it. There's going to be shadow zones on the floor. Just dodge those, go right up to it. There's no special way to do it. You just taunt off him, and then he goes back to center.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
The void zones, are those just randomly placed, or they target people?
They're randomly placed. The tank just has to make sure sometimes to back up a little bit so he's not in that void zone. It's a lot of shadow damage. Melee can definitely beat this boss. Melee does not go to the moon. Leave that boss alone. There's no melee for that.
We'll talk about
Moon's not the chick, right? The chick is the one with the void zone.
We'll go over the bosses. Yeah, we'll go over bosses. We're gonna mark them just so you know in just a sec. But this is just to get the rotation down.
So the tanks, you feel comfortable with what you need to do?
Alright, let's go ahead and do a fresh one and spread.
Well, now the healers have to figure out their rotation.
So the healers only for the yellow star. So at the start, we go up here. Healers should be on the yellow star. When we turn around and the tanks pull their bosses, right? So the healers that are going to be on the skull, you can turn around, go straight to the skull, and you can heal, right? If you're going to be on the X after the pull, you run with Val over to the X. That's a lot of healers on Val. If you're going to be on the blue, right, the back left, you can just run over there and be in position to heal. Nothing special. If you're going to be healing the back right, that's where you got to be careful. You have to stay at absolute max range, stay on the platform, and heal from here.
Otherwise, you're going to chain.
Otherwise, you're going to get hit with a chain holy damage and kill all of you. And I mean absolute max range. That's why when the warriors go over there to change out, they have to do that big, long, wide swath to chain. Because if I go like this, boom, I just killed all the healers.
So are we going to have them in groups of 3, the healer?
I know, Alana. I'm trying to get them used to. They've never done this.
Need to watch the video.
Skull can stay with the skull. The healers that are on the skull don't have to go up with us.
So we need to practice the healer rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that you're on your own.
healers just stay with their assigned tank?
No.
No, definitely not.
No. It's going to be a completely different rotation, so I'm going to sort of explain it, but I wanted to use the add-on to assign all the healers. So watch me. Can I get a little mark? Something? Please. What if that's something about me? Anything. Diamond looks available.
You have assist.
I can't do it. Thank you. Alright, or not.
I just use diamond or triangle or circle or...
Alright, Holy and Darkdaff and Daenerys and Renova. Just kind of out people's names. So that's going to be 4 of us. So we are all going to be. I'm going to be moving once. I get 1 mark. Now, Daenerys comes up with me, moves over 1 more to this corner. And then Darkdaff moves up. Gets another mark. And then we all rotate. We should be rotating 1 healer at a time. But we're going to be first getting 1 mark each, and then we'll be waiting till we get 3 marks. That's the whole point. So first 4 healers move out all the way around, and then everybody moves together.
So we start in 4 groups, correct? You split into 4 groups.
4
okay.
groups. Mm-hmm.
And then every time a mark goes out, 1 healer from each group moves to the next group, and everybody else stays put. Correct?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. So we just need to assign groups for that. But then, as I understand it, after enough cycles of that, we all just start. It changes at some point, correct? And that's the part I don't understand.
3-3. So, yes. So it is 4 corners. So, Daenerys, stand here. And Darkdaff, stand over here. And Holy, stand over here. And then Renova, go with Daenerys. Respecting, come over with Darkdaff. Let's have Maple be with Holy. Let's have... Wait it, guys! Let's have Elena over here. Let's have Ranger over here.
Flee before it's too late!
And let's have Andy over here. Okay, now everybody should be in their little groups. Okay, so when the first mark goes out, we're going to have Daenerys and Darkdaff and Holy and I move over 1. And the second mark goes out, and we're going to be moving over 1. The same people.
The same people?
Mm-hmm. And the third mark goes out, and the same people are moving over 1 more. And
I don't think
that.
No,
we're getting a lot of nopes in chat.
That doesn't sound correct to me either, from what I saw. Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to all. How did I understand?
Isn't it basically there's 3 healers in each corner, and well, it doesn't work the exact same way at the start, but the healer that's been there the longest is the one that's moving out at the end of each mark go around.
Yeah, the way I thought, it would be whoever you move every 3rd time, basically.
The first healers have to do only 1 mark each, and then it's every 3rd.
Yeah, what Respecting said is correct in the healer chat, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you have basically 3 different groups of healers. You can give them color coding if you want. When the first mark goes out, group yellow moves 1. And green and blue, however you want to assign it.
And then it repeats.
Infinitely,
basically, until we go.
It's only 1 healer rotating to the next spot, but it's 4 spots, so it's 4 total healers all shifting at once.
And for each healer individually, you can think of it as moving every 3.
Yeah, it's every 3.
But for the first time, not every 3.
Right, because there has to be a group 1 and 2 that move immediately and then after them.
I guess that's why I'm getting confused. I really wanted to just use the practice on the add-on.
We all go back to where you had to start from before. Okay. And It's the first one. First mark. So me, Daenerys, Gloria, and Holy will rotate. Okay. Now it's the second mark. So one other person from each group rotates.
Yeah, they'll be assigned to like the healer group 2.
Right.
2.
And now the third person that's still there from the beginning rotates. So like Andy, you would move now.
Are you guys gonna assign by color groups, or just like group 1, group 2,
That's
group
what
3?
the add-on does, isn't it?
Are you guys doing the add-on?
Well, we don't have it on yet. We haven't
It has to happen this to do
started
it
the
yet.
practice yet.
Have you started setting it up, or do you want me to?
Well, I thought we needed to get the groups up because the groups are all out of whack, or what they say.